gather together once more. The word of God that may then become a very strong community with a sense of belonging, with a sense of trusting in the Lord, because they can feel that the Lord is a very powerful Lord, somebody who will always come out to protect their people. So prepare. This controversial item in the history of the prophet Isaiah. He invites his people still remaining in Jerusalem. Look, you have to cooperate with your enemies and open a road in the desert. Because along this road, our people will come back. Our people will come along this road. But the people of Jerusalem didn't want to listen this kind of words. They were thinking, if we prepare a good road in the desert, it would be quite easier for our enemy's army to come and once again to conquer our city. So they didn't want to cooperate. At the end, Isaiah was successful, and along this road, really, after 70 years of slavery in Babylon, people will come back. And this the hill of Zion is Jerusalem, the holy city, the city of Israel. So all these words are in order to inflame the hearts of his people, Isaiah, his people, in order to remember the importance of this place, Jerusalem. People will come there. But now, in the first reading, we have another kind of prophet. Actually, today in the reading is called Baruch the prophet, but not necessarily is a prophet, because in his book is writing something that is really that depicts the identity of a prophet. But some other writings are not in order with the style of the prophet. Baruch is Jeremiah, they all belong to a special time in the history of Israel. And all are hoping that our people, slaves in Babylon, will come back. So their words are always focusing on this item, freedom for our people, still slaves in Babylon. But now, in Baruch is coming 4 centuries after Isaiah. It's near the birth of Jesus. It's just 1 century before the Christ. But it still is writing the same words of Isaiah. There is no slave outside, but there are people living, Hebrew people living abroad. Their ancestors decided to go away from Israel, from the state of Israel, looking for some good fortune abroad. But now the people there, they don't speak anymore the language of Israel. They don't have the passport, the identity of Israel. They belong to another kind of culture. But still, they feel they belong to a special group of people. And Baruch is saying to his people, this kind of people, they have a strong feeling of being. They don't have the culture And so Paul is inviting this, and he's depicting this kind of going back to the roots as a kind of exodus. Do you remember Moses when he left Egypt? He went through the Nile to the Red Sea, and he entered the desert, and he started the exodus. He started a long march, and the idea, and the final goal was the land of by God to their ancestor Abraham. So they were fulfilled with the new joy, new hope, and their eyes were fixed on this kind of promised land. So they were walking along the desert. As easy telling that you will be completely free only in that land, the promised land. So they were coming, they were walking, they were always in face of special difficulty. They could find a special force to overcome because they think that God is still at their hand. So the words of the invitation to confidentiality is about a place. It's about the geography that is Jerusalem. Now in the gospel we have still the same words. Okay, prepare the way, prepare the road in the desert. But now the goal and the reaching point of this road is not a geographical place. Is we heard Jesus we know that saw the Roman will destroy Jerusalem, and the legions, the army from Rome, does not only destroy a place; they destroy an entire people, an entire community. They destroy the self-confidence of Israel. They destroy everything they have because everything they had was there in Jerusalem, the temple, the living place of their God, and now everything is gone. So people started to leave Jerusalem. They got a chance to be once again together. So they are apart. They're not feeling anymore a group. But now, still before the destruction of Jerusalem, now the John the Baptist in the desert is crying at a low voice, asking his people to repent, to change your way of life, and accept other kind of way of life. Not a grace, a general grace. A symbol, Messiah will limit it only in the hill of Zion. Jesus will give you the dimension of God Himself. And God, through Jesus Christ, will lead you to where the real joy is. So prepare to accept, prepare to welcome this kind of liberator, this kind of freedom fighter. Jesus is somebody who gives the people the chance once again to find God in their lives. And God cannot be found in the temple anymore, cannot be found in the law anymore, can be found only of Luke in the gospel. Gospel of Luke, in the Gospel of John, speaking to the Samaritan lady. You don't need to go to a special temple in order to find God. You can find God in your heart with a choice towards His way of life. And Jesus will introduce you this kind of new chance to meet God. To prepare the way to this coming Lord, new Lord. Actually, He has come again, but He likes to come every day, every moment in our life. And it's telling us that the only chance to enjoy really peace and happiness is only through loving people and being the people's servant, like he was a servant in his entire life. So this invitation by John the Baptist, prepare the way, is prepare to accept a person. Not expect to find a special geographical place where to dwell. Not hoping that the law of Jesus. To accept the way of how Jesus loved his people till the last drop of his blood. He offered his life for us. This is he became in that moment the chance for everybody to gather together and become the family of God. In 2 weeks' time, we will celebrate the birthday of this great person. Prepare to accept. Prepare to accept his kind of way. He's a kind of being and person in the world. His way to be servant of people. And if we do that like he did in his life, we will really celebrate in the right way